So, Assalamu alaikum, good morning. So, we are meeting after the second term exam. I think you have realized that how to study. So, one more term is there for your O-level life. So, try to learn little more than early level. Okay. So, then we'll take the part 3 book, unit number 17. In part 3 book, unit number 17. Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem. So, write the heading Pythagoras theorem. So you know Pythagoras is the greatest person. In grade 9 also we have studied about Pythagoras theorem. First we'll see what is his theorem. Now we'll make a right angle triangle. Right angle triangle. We'll take this side as 3 centimeter, this side as 4 centimeter, this side as 5 centimeter. One right angle triangle. So by taking this measurement you can make a right angle triangle. Then this side is 3 no. To get the same 3, make a square in this side. Then this side is 3 means this side also 3, the square. In a square all 4 sides are equal. Then for this side also make a square. 4 centimeter means 4 centimeter, 4 centimeter square. This side also make a square. Right? Then this one is 5 centimeter. This one also 5 centimeter. Then see what is the area of this square. What is the area of this square? Area of this square means 5 into 5, length into breadth. Then 5 into 5, 25 centimeter square. Then what is the area of this square? 3 into 3, 9 centimeter square. What is the area of this square? 4 into 4, 16 centimeter square. Right? Then this right angle triangle. The side opposite to the right angle is called hypotenuse. This hypotenuse. Then these are the other two sides. Then see the square made in the hypotenuse. The area of the square made in the hypotenuse is 25. Then the other two squares are showing 16 centimeter square and 9 centimeter square. We'll add these two. When you add these two, this is the big one, these are the small ones. So when you add two small ones, 9 plus 16, 25. That is equal to 25. So that means what is the result we are getting? The area of the square found in the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the area of the other two squares. So we can find this simply. Area of the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the square of the other two sides. Right? So these only expressed by Pythagoras before hundreds of years. Right? Because of that it is considered as the Pythagoras theorem. Now I explained to you, before me Pythagoras expressed. So before me only, he was there. Because of that only his name was here. Otherwise my name will be there. So Pythagoras theorem. So this is only Pythagoras theorem. Right? So the area of the square of the hypotenuse side is equal to the sum of the other two area. So write under the Pythagoras theorem. You can see page 3 and write. Pythagoras theorem. In a right angle triangle, the area of the square drawn on the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the area. Is equal to the sum of the areas of the squares drawn on the remaining sides. Drawn on the remaining sides. Drawn on the remaining sides of the triangle. Which includes the right angle. Which includes the right angle. That means he says the area of the square found in this side, this area is equal to the area of the two squares made by the other two sides. That means other two sides of this right angle. That's what on the remaining sides of the triangle, which includes right angle. Which includes these two sides, that includes the right angle. Okay. So this only Pythagoras theorem. And according to Pythagoras theorem, you see, this is the right angle triangle. I take this side as x, this side as y, this side as z. Then if I make a square into this side, like this side also x. If I make a square for this side, The other side also z. If I make a square for this side, then all the sides are y. Then what is the area of this square? X into x. X into x, x square. What is the area of this one? Y into y, y square. What is the area of this one? Z into z, z square. Then according to Pythagoras theorem, x squared equals y squared plus z squared. The area of this square equal to sum of the area of the other two square. This is only Pythagoras theorem. After that, we will erase this square. Right? I am erasing these squares. Then see what is happened. If you erase these squares, then the same Pythagoras triangle is there. Then this side is x, this side is y, this side is z. Then what is the theorem? X squared equal to y squared plus z squared. So that means hypotenuse squared is equal to y squared plus x squared, z squared. So Pythagoras says the area equal to the sum of the other two area. No problem. By that we can obtain a relation that is only hypotenuse squared is equal to sum of the other two squared. So that is only useful. Then according to Pythagoras theorem, we can say this is the hypotenuse, the side opposite to the right angle. X squared is equal to y squared plus z squared. Hypotenuse squared is equal to the sum of the other two squared. Then if I put A, B, C as the capital letters for the vertex of the triangle, then we can use the capital letters and write this relation. Here AC is the hypotenuse. Then AC squared is equal to AB squared plus BC squared. Y is AB, then AB squared plus the other side is BC squared. So AC squared is equal to AB squared plus BC squared. So this is the theorem we are getting from Pythagoras. So copy down this. So we can get the Pythagoras relation by using English capital letters. Then take the exercise 17.1 in your textbook. Exercise 17.1, page number 6, question number 1. 17.1, page number 6, question number 1. Fill in the blanks using the information in the figure. Right? So use the given information and fill in the blanks. So attend to the class in your own name. Then only I can mark the register. Otherwise, I have to remove that. So see the question number 1. So this is the first diagram. So you can see in this diagram, this is the right angle, this is the side opposite to the right angle, MO. Then MO squared is equal to MN plus NO. So we can write MN squared, one side is MN. So we can write MN squared plus the other side is NO squared. MN squared plus NO squared. In this triangle, two right angle triangles are there. Here one right angle, then this side also another right angle. Then here there is another right angle. So here BD. So BD means this one. So then they have taken this right angle. The big right angle is taken, this one. Then according to this, when you take this right angle, then BD is the hypotenuse. So BD is the hypotenuse. Then this side is AB, the other side is AD, either sides of the right angle. Then we can write AB squared plus AD squared for this. So this one is AB squared so this one is AB squared plus the other side AD. So AD squared. AB squared plus AD squared. Then when you take the second part AC squared plus CD squared, that means they have used AC squared plus CD squared, this one. So this triangle is used. AC squared plus CD squared. So AC squared plus CD squared equal to, in this right angle triangle, AD. So here you have to write AD squared. So here you have to write AD squared. Then here AB squared, AC squared. Then AB squared, AC squared. Then this right angle triangle is used. So in this AB squared, AC squared, then remaining side is BC squared. So you have to write BC squared for this. BC squared. Then when you come to this, here one right angle is there, this one is right angle. Then the remaining angle also right angle because of the straight line. In a straight line 180 degrees, no. So there should be two right angles. Then four right angle triangles are there. This one. So these two. These three. This another right angle triangle. So these four. So four right angle triangles are there. So PQ squared only he had taken. PQ squared in this way. First one only taken, PQ squared. then that is equal to PT TQ. So we can write PT squared PQ squared equal to PT squared plus TQ squared. PT squared plus TQ squared. Right? So PT squared plus TQ squared. Then here QR, then QR means this side is taken. Then in this triangle, I have put 2 for that triangle. QR squared equal QT plus TR. So here you have to write QT squared QT this side plus TR. If you change the letters and write, no problem. TR I have written. If you write RT also, no problem. So QT squared plus TR squared. So this is the Pythagoras relation in this. Then what is the relation in this? Here these are right angle triangle. First one. Then here one right angle triangle is given. Second one. Here another right angle triangle. Third one. So because this one is right angle means this one also right angle. Then this way also you can take right angle. It is not given as the right angle. Right? Then AB squared. AB is taken from this. AB squared equal AC squared plus BC. Then BC is remaining. So here you have to write BC squared. So for this point, you have to write BC squared. Okay. Then here AEEC. AEEC is taken. Then second one is only used. In second one, hypotenuse is AC. Then here you have to write AC squared. So in this, AC squared only you have to write. Then AC squared is equal to AE squared plus EC squared. Then here ADAC. AD, where ADAC. Then 2 and 3 makes another right angle, this right angle. So this also right angle. Then this right angle only use. This right angular triangle. ADCAC. Then what is the right side remaining? CD. Then you have to put CD squared for this. So that is only the way of filling the blank by seeing the relations. Then we'll see how to use this for solving problems or finding the lengths of the right angle triangle. Let's see one example. They are giving like this: right angle triangle. This side is 3 centimeter. This side is 4 centimeter. This side is x. Then find x. Then directly we can apply Pythagoras theorem. So according to Pythagoras theorem, the side opposite to the right angle is only hypotenuse. Then hypotenuse squared is equal to the sum of the other two squared. Then sum of the other two squared means 3 squared plus 4 squared. Then what is 3 squared? 9. 4 squared, 4 into 4, 16. Then 9 and 16, 25. So x squared equal 25. When x squared equal 25, to find the x, we have to put the square root for the other side. Then x is equal square root of 25. What is the square root of 25? 5 centimeter. So copy down this example. Then here I have given hypotenuse. Then sometime they can ask some other sides. Say this side is x, this side is 8 centimeter, this side is 10 centimeter. So they are asking find x. The hypotenuse is given 10. No problem. We have to write Pythagoras theorem. After that, we can use our mathematical operations to find the wanted side. Now here hypotenuse is 10. Then 10 squared is equal to sum of the other two squared. Here x, the other one is 8. So x squared plus 8 squared. Then what is 10 squared? 10 squared means 10 into 10, 100. Then here x squared plus 8 squared is 8 into 8, 64. Then when you take the 64 into other side, 100 minus 64 equal x squared. Then x squared equal 100 minus 64 means 36. So x squared equal 36 means to find the x, we have to remove the square. When you want to remove the square, then you have to put the square root for the other side. Then x is equal to the square root of 36. Which square makes 36? 6. Then x equal 6 centimeter. So here you can observe the sides. Here 3, 4, 5. Here 6, 8, 10 sides. So that means 3, 4, 5. All the sides are multiplied by 2. Normally, one relation in the right angle triangle only 3, 4, 5 or the multiples of that. 3, 4, 5 are the sides. Always the big one is, the long side is hypotenuse. Then another set is they are like this 5, 12, 13 or multiples of these numbers. So commonly these numbers only you are getting 3, 4, 5 or 5, 12, 13 or the multiples of these numbers. But you have to show the work and find like this. Then do the question number 2. Find the values of x in each of the diagram of the right angle triangle. So 4 right angle triangles are given. Find the value of the x. So do it quickly. So question number 2, find the values of x. Is it okay? Then say in this triangle hypotenuse is x, then x squared equal to 8 squared plus 6 squared. 8 squared is 64, 6 squared is 36, altogether 100. Then x squared is 100 means x is equal to square root of 100. Then x is equal square root of 100, 10 centimeters. Then in this case, this is the right angle. The side opposite to the right angle is 13. Then 13 squared equal this one plus this one. X squared plus 12 squared. 13 squared means 13 into 13, 169. Plus x squared plus 12 squared. 12 squared means 12 into 12, 144. Right? So if you take the 144 into other side, 169 minus 144 equal x square. Then x squared equals 169 minus 144, 25. So x squared equal this much means to remove the x square, we have to apply the square root for the other side. Then x is equal to square root of 25. That means 5 centimeter. So x is equal to 5 centimeter. Then see the next one. In this, when you want to find the x, you have to use this right angle triangle. But in this right angle triangle, one side only given, other side we don't. Then these are straight line. If it is right angle, the balance also right angle. Then we can use this triangle, here two sides are given, and find this side. So first we have to find the side given as KM. So when you use this right angle triangle, according to Pythagoras theorem, this is the hypotenuse. Then hypotenuse is square root of 5. So square root of 5 squared is equal to square root of 5 squared is equal to sum of these two squares. Then square root of 2 squared plus km squared. Then square root of 5 squared. Square and square root get cancelled. Then that becomes into 5. Or you can see like this. Square root of 5 squared is 25. Square root of 25 is 5. Or you can think like this. Square root means 5 to the power half. Square root means half. Outside power 2. Those two get cancelled and becomes into 5. Easy way is square root and square means we have to cancel both and write the remaining number. Then here square root and square get cancelled, then 2 remains. Km square. So when you take this 2 into this side, 5 minus 2 equal km square. Then 5 minus 2 means 3 equal km square. So km squared is equal to 3. Right? We don't need to find the km. We'll write the Pythagoras relation in this. When you take this one, we have to find the x. No? Hypotenuse is x. So according to that, x squared is equal to this one squared plus this one squared. One side is km, then km squared plus 1 squared. So km squared we found already. Km squared is 3. You also km squared, no? Because of that only I didn't find the km. No use in km. So km squared is 3 plus 1 squared is 1. Then 3 plus 1. Then x squared equal 3 plus 1 means 4. Then x squared equal 4 means x equal square root of 4. That means x equal 2 centimeters. So in the diagram, you are getting x equal 2 centimeters. Then see the next one. Here also a problem same like you have to find the x. To find the x, we don't know two sides. This side is given, this side we don't know. When there are two unknown sides, we can't find them. Then we have to try to find the PR side. Is given PR. So we have to try to find the PR side. Then we can use this triangle. Here also a right angle triangle is there. In this right angle triangle, according to Pythagoras theorem, this is the hypotenuse. Then that hypotenuse PR squared is equal to this one squared plus this one squared. 3 squared plus 4 squared. Already we know 3, 4 means that one will be 5. But we have to show the verb. 3 squared is 9. 4 squared is 16. So 9 and 16, 25. So PR squared is 25 means PR is equal to the square root of 25. The square root of 25 is 5 centimeter. Then PR is equal to 5 centimeter. Or we can leave on the same way PR squared. Because we don't need to find this, no, we have to find this. Then in this triangle, hypotenuse is this, opposite to the right angle. Then in that triangle, x squared is equal to, this side squared is equal to sum of the other two squared. Then 12 squared plus PR squared. 12 squared plus PR squared. Then what is 12 squared? 12 into 12, 144. Plus PR squared. PR squared is this. PR squared is 25. Or you can write 5 squared. Then 144 plus 25, 169. That is only x squared. Then to find the x, we have to remove the square and apply the square root. So which square root? Right, which square make 169. 13 into 13 only 169. 13 into 13. So because of that, square root of 169 is 13. So 13 centimeter. So 13 centimeter. Then see the question number 3. See the question number 3 in that. Is the question number 3. So question number 3. In the equilateral triangle ABC, D is the foot of the perpendicular drawn from the vertex A to the side BC. If the length of a side of a triangle is 2 centimeter, find the length of AD. Express your answer as such. Then you have to sketch a proper diagram and show the value work. Okay. So according to the sum, there is a Equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle means all three sides are equal. Equilateral triangle ABC. So we'll put ABC. All the sides are equal, 2 centimeter. And he is drawing a perpendicular from A to side BC. Then perpendicular that meets the BC at B. D. D is the foot of the perpendicular drawn from vertex A to BC. Then this perpendicular meets at D. Right? Then these two sides are equal now. When either sides are equal, and when you draw the perpendicular that bisect the third side, this becomes into half. This will be the midpoint. That is a theorem. The perpendicular drawn between two equal sides divides the third sides into two equal portions. Will be the bisector. Then your whole thing is 2 centimeter. Then this part is 1 centimeter. This part is 1 centimeter. Because all three sides are equal. Then they are asking a relation for AD. So you can use this right angle triangle or this one. So when you use this right angle triangle, this is the hypotenuse. Then hypotenuse is 2. Then 2 squared is equal to sum of the other two square. One is AD, the other one is 1. AD squared plus 1 squared. Then 2 squared is 4. AD squared plus 1 squared is 1. If you take that 1 into this side, 4 minus 1 equal AD squared. 4 minus 1 is 3. Then 3 equal AD squared. Then AD squared is 3 means AD equal, when you remove the square, you have to put the square root. So AD equal square root of 3. Okay, then you can do the remaining questions and see. Today we'll stop here. Next time we'll continue this. Okay, so goodbye.